Good morning. Happy Monday. Treading water, I dragged him over to the side and hauled the two of us out onto the deck. We lay there for a second, panting. A huge bubble blurted from the cab of the truck as it sank to the bottom. You're a hero, Noah told me in an odd tone. I can't be, I hissed. I'm not allowed to be here. If it wasn't for you, the truck would have hit the house and exploded. I scrambled to my feet, pulling him up with me. If I get caught on hashtag street, Beatrice is dead meat. No one can find out about this. But Donovan, promise you won't tell anyone, I choked at him. An anguished voice sounded in the distance. My truck! I could hear the driver's heavy footfalls as he pounded across Staunton Street. I grabbed Noah, boosted him over the fence into the next yard, and clambered after him. Noah looked down at my hand. What's that? I checked. It was the St. Christopher medal from the truck. The broken chain still tangled around my fingers. I ripped it off and dropped it into the grass. Noah picked it up. It's a souvenir of your heroism, he exclaimed. Stop saying that. I peered through a keyhole in the fence as the tanker driver burst into the backyard. When he took in the spectacle of his truck at the bottom of the pool, he let fly a series of words that would have sent my mother running for a sponge to wash his mouth out with soap. The back door of the house slid open, and four seriously agitated, pajama clad people ran out, a mother, a father, and two kids. At the side of the tanker in the pool, the boy, who looked about 10, dashed back inside, returned with a phone, and started snapping pictures. He had a slight limp that got worse when he ran. What happened here? The dad demanded. The driver was almost too upset to speak. I thought the brake could handle it, but the slope was too steep. Unable to finish the explanation, he gestured around to the front and across the street, indicating the path his truck had taken. The family stared at the deep tire tracks that crossed the lawn all the way to the pool deck. It's a miracle, the mother breathed. It could have destroyed our home, but it turned at the last minute. It was no miracle, the driver told her. It was that kid. What kid? The father asked. I didn't get a good look at him, the driver admitted. I only saw his feet. His feet? The mom queried. He jumped into the cab and steered around your house with his feet sticking out the window, like one of those Olympic swimmers cutting through the water. You know, a scissor kick. Bravest, craziest thing in the world. He must be some kind of super kid. Super kid? Repeated the daughter. I was just reflecting that she sounded kind of familiar when Noah took my spying place at the knothole and whispered, It's Megan from cheerleading. Shh, I hissed sternly. He was right. Megan Mercury. I'd forgotten she and hashtag were neighbors. Of all the houses in town, I had to save the one belonging to the alpha big mouth in school. Megan's mom switched on the pool lights and everybody took a close look at the there's nobody down there, she exclaimed after a moment. This wonderful boy might very well have saved all our lives. It would be awful if it cost him his own. But why would he leave after doing such an incredible thing? The father mused. He deserves to be honored for it. Is that a chair? The son asked in amazement. Was he sitting down when he saved us? Don't be stupid, Megan snapped at him. This is serious. We got a real hero in our town. Don't you think it's important we find out who he is? Well, I didn't think it was that important. On the contrary, nothing was more important than keeping the hero's identity a deep, dark secret. And when I heard police sirens in the distance, that became job one. I grabbed Noah and we snaked through backyards, climbing over fences and wrestling our way through hedges to put as much distance as possible between us and this act of heroism. We were soaked to the skin, scratched from head to toe, and covered in mud and grass when I left him at his front door. Remember, act natural, I told him, and then realized it was the most ridiculous thing I'd ever said. He was shivering and shirtless, his long underwear plastered to his skinny body and dripping what looked like black paint all around his dress shoes. There was definitely nothing natural about him. He regarded me gravely. Donovan, I'll never forget what I saw you do today. I lost my temper. You have to forget it because it never happened. He reached under the waistband of his long johns and drew out the St. Christopher medal. This will be my most prized possession. Hide it, I practically yelled. Swear to me, Noah, that you'll never tell anybody that I was the guy who jumped into that truck and saved the Mercury house. But Donovan, people should know. Swear. All right, I swear. I swear on the memory of Einstein, Max Planck, and Sir Isaac Newton. And I had to be satisfied with that. At home, I caught my first break of the entire morning. No one was up, and I was able to sneak back into my room unseen except by Beatrice. She lifted her fuzzy head from where she was sleeping next to Candy and greeted me with a swish of her tail. The world almost ended today, kiddo, I told her, but I think we got away with it. Man, did I dream big. That's the end of the chapter.